How to read someone's personality in 10 seconds, backed by psychology. The subtle signs that reveal who someone really is. People think it takes ages to really figure out what someone's about. Like, you need to sit with them through a few heartbreaks, swap childhood trauma stories, maybe even get caught in a road trip disaster together. Nah, give it 10 seconds, maybe even less if they're the loud, obvious type, and you'll get everything you need to know. And this isn't about vibes or whatever people say when they don't actually know what they're talking about. This is straight up psychology. Well, mostly. Some of it is just paying attention and common sense. Number 1. The way they step into a room says way too much. Some people storm in like they're waiting for applause. Others slip in like they're hoping to go unnoticed. Then you've got the ones who seem to scan the room like a Terminator, sizing up who's worth talking to. The one who wants attention. Big, exaggerated movements, too loud voice, maybe a dramatic pause before they say something groundbreaking. Either an extrovert or someone who desperately needs validation. The one who wants to disappear, sticks to the edges, barely makes a sound, might be anxious, might just not like people. Hard to tell yet. The balanced one moves like they belong, not like they need to prove something, says hi, makes eye contact, doesn't try too hard. These people are the rarest breed. Number 2. What they do when nobody's looking. That's the real them. Everyone's polished and presentable when they're in the spotlight, but the second they think nobody's watching, that's where you catch the good stuff. Do they tune out and stare at their phone the second they're not talking? Are they still engaged even when it's not about them? Do they look irritated when someone else takes the floor? People who only perk up when they're the center of attention are walking red flags. The solid ones don't need constant validation, they're just there, present, without needing a trophy for it. Number 3. How they handle conversations. Give and take or spotlight hog. Have you ever had a conversation where the other person never asked a single question? Like, you could tell them you just escaped from a hostage situation, and they'd still pivot back to their weekend plans. Or the ones who cut you off mid-sentence just to talk about themselves. Or, God forbid, the one-uppers. You mention a minor success, they've done twice as much, but better, and probably blindfolded. Good conversations flow. It's not just one person hogging the whole thing. Some people treat every interaction like a solo podcast episode. Number 4. Small promises. Tell you if they're full of it. Ignore the big commitments. Look at the tiny stuff. I'll text you later. Do they? I'll send you that link. Did they? Let's grab coffee soon. Was it just polite filler? If they can't follow through on something as simple as replying when they said they would, how do you think they handle actual responsibilities? People who are solid with the little things. That's the real test. Number 5. How they treat people who can't do anything for them. Biggest character test on the planet. Watch how they talk to waiters, cashiers, janitors, customer service reps. Watch what happens when they don't think anyone important is listening. If someone gets snippy, dismissive, or straight up mean to people they have nothing to gain from, they are not a good person, simple as that. The ones who still show basic respect even when there's no social benefit, those are the real ones. Number 6. Do they stay calm or get defensive? People who flip out over the smallest pushback are so exhausting. Say, hey, I actually don't agree, and suddenly they look like you ran over their dog. Give mild, constructive feedback, and they act personally attacked. And the best one is when they try to gaslight you. Wow, you're really overreacting. No, man, I just said I like pineapple on pizza. If someone can't handle basic disagreement without spiraling into a meltdown, imagine what they're like in an actual crisis. Number 7. The way they wrap up a conversation tells you what kind of social skills they have. People don't think about how they exit a conversation, but it's weirdly telling. Abrupt vanisher, 1 second they're engaged, next second they're gone. No goodbye, no nice talking to you, just poof. Awkward fumbler, suddenly realizes they need to leave, but takes another 5 minutes stumbling through a messy exit. The, wait, one more thing guy, can't let go, keeps dragging it out, like a bad sequel that should have never been made. The smooth closer, ends naturally, leaves a solid last impression, maybe even throws in a, good talking to you, let's catch up soon. Socially aware people wrap things up without making it weird, not in all cases. People think they can hide who they are. They really, really can't. All the clues leak out: how they walk in, how they talk, how they treat people they don't need. Now that you know what to look for, it's impossible to unsee it. So next time you meet someone new, they'll show you exactly who they are. If you like this video, drop 2025 in the comment sections.